Game number 1, Dragonshire, Oxygen Esports, aka the Hardos, against the Cats. So yeah, guys, in case that you didn't know, I talked about it last playday. We are on playday number 4 now, by the way. We have the Hardos joining Oxygen Esports. So we had two teams that pretty much switched names. Team Wah is now playing for Chili Mountain. That's true for the Masters Clash. That's true for the CCL. And in the case of the Hardos, they are now playing for Oxygen Esports. So yeah, here we go. We have them once more in another best of 2. If they lock in 2 wins, they get 3 points. Same, obviously, if the Cats are able to be victorious, yeah? We're starting with Dragonshire, which is for the second plate in a row now, the starting map for the Hardos. So it seems like they actually like Dragonshire lately, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we got Junkrat and Lunara banned. And let's see what the Hardos can pull off here today. They are in a pretty good position now. So for some time on a third play day, they were even in the number 1 spot, and it depended all on the other teams how they would play their own series. If they would just like tie, or if a team takes a 2-0. So I think the Hardos are currently in 2nd position, if I'm not mistaken, in the ranking. So yeah, good for them. Got LÚCIO banned, which means Rexa is up, Dehaka is up, Urel is up. So since we normally talk about side laners here, there are a lot of very strong ones that are still available. I go for SYLVANAS first, but I'm really curious to see what the side laner is going to be. Yasuo, by the way, also not here today, so he wasn't here yesterday on the 3rd play day. And Galnagulna, with his Smurf account over here, logged in for them and helped them out, and he's doing it today once more. Rega and Dehaka. We got some global action. Alright. So, that means that the Cats can now decide whatever they want to do at the top lane too. Muradin, still an option. I think Benny played him yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So, it could be picked again here on Dragonshire. Unless they're changing their strategy completely. I would love for Hazu to just go for a sneaky draft again. Hoga and Anduin. Alliance above all. What a loser. Garrosh gets banned. And let's go. Final ban. I was for a moment like looking at a potential Lunara ban, and then I realized that she was already picked, banned out in the 1st position. So okay. There's Diablo. He's removed. Benny doesn't get it. I honestly don't really know if Benny was even looking for Diablo here. He's been playing Muradin way more than that. Or his Anubrak or Varian. I would say that on this map those are his top 3 picks. But here's the Dibbles ban. Anubrak, Dehaka as a follow-up. We need some damage. Come on, Hazu. What's it gonna be? Hanzo. Honor! Oh boy. Hanzo. Alright. Yeah, we still need a frontliner for the red team. And they need a bit more damage too. Dracula has been playing a lot of Genji for them as well. I mean, SYLVANAS is already taken. Junker in this case banned out. There's a Genji pick, and there's Muradin. So pretty much exactly the 2 picks that I expected. I guess they have to swap them around a bit here, because those are not the heroes that usually, or the players that play these roles normally. But yeah, let's go. Let's see what we're gonna get now. Final pick. Nick. Are we gonna get an aggressive Kerrigan or something? Something crazy? Maiev is still up too. Come on, give us that melee assassin. Or is this just hammer time again? Kerrigan! There we go! Me likey! Kerrigan is in the house. Dragonshire, everybody. Oxygen Esports against the Cats. Game number 1. Let's go. Game number 1. Oxygen Esports in blue with Bad Benny on the Nubarak. Galnagulna subbing in for Yasuo. He's playing Dehaka. We got Hazu on Hanzo, Yasuo on Rega. Putting the lie to what I just talked about. So yeah, Yasuo's actually here. So they're not missing Yasuo. My bad. So yeah, he's not subbing in for him. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Nick then again, he's playing Kerrigan. But yeah, I'm like talking, I'm like a bad-mouthing Yasuo here the entire time. It's like he's on vacation. Look at him, like he's just lying in the sun among on the palms, like sipping cocktails. And then he's like, dude, what the fuck? I'm right here. Murden, played by Drak here, Captain Rex and Anduin, and you will figure the rest out as we're taking a look at this, because, yeah, with me realizing that Yasuo's actually playing, we kind of ran out of time there. Okay. So, yeah. But yeah, either way, we got, with KERRIGAN, a lot of stuns, of course, in, so Nick is already working at stun, 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 and then you got Captain Rex and Anduin that is just ruining the place. Is there any hero that melee assassins and side laners hate more than Anduin? I mean, don't get me wrong, I hate him too, but is there any other hero that they hate more? Think about Leoric. If you're Leoric, who do you hate more than Anduin? I honestly don't think there is anybody. Anduin and his stupid trait is what everybody just despises that has a solid CC, some kind of lockdown or anything else like it. So yeah, there's that. Yeah. Can't come up with anybody else. I think he's the number one. But alright, so for this game, for the Cats, again, they're a little bit in midfield right now for the ranking. Oxygen Esports obviously very high up, so they're hoping to lock in another 3 points today. And bam, there's another one. Siege camp has been taken. I gotta admit, while we're like talking about Yasuo being on vacation, the one thing that I realized today again is that how fucking lucky I am living in Spain right now. It's really easy to forget. I said it in one of the other games, like we had a pretty big bike ride today, so we did like 190 kilometers, which is 115 miles or so. And a lot of climbing, a lot of the local mountains here. Super quick Dragonite, by the way, 2-minute mark. And the roads here are just amazing. Once that you get out of the cities and you're a little bit, you know, like out there, it's like the asphalt is great, you have fantastic views. And nature here is just incredible. 24 degrees today, you know, and you take it for granted at some point, but it's just so cool to live here and experience that on a daily. I absolutely love it. So this was one of those typical days where at some point, you know, you're just like enjoying yourself, you're having a great time, it's a fantastic day, good weather, and you're just sitting there and it's like, yep, that was a good choice. Moving here was a great choice, this is exactly what I want. And I was just thinking about my friends back home, and a lot of them still dealing with shitty weather and all that stuff, and I was like, yeah, there's that. So yeah, pretty happy banner today. Sometimes it's just nice, you know, to like think about the things that you actually have going on in your life that are nice and being grateful for them. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say here. Because it's just too easy to take things for granted, and then you don't realize how important they were or how good you had it because of certain things until they're gone. So I know that's not really what you came for here, but still wanted to share that anyways. While we're at it, by the way, do you guys know what the secret to happiness is? You actually know? Secret to happiness. I heard a tech talk where where a guy talked about this. The tech talk was actually super funny, and he had this one line. It was more of a joke, but the man is spot on. Secret to happiness. Here comes low expectations. Absolutely on point. I mean, how many times in your life did you watch a movie, your friends were hyping the movie up, they're like, oh my god, you don't really, it's the best movie you're ever gonna watch. You watched the movie and you were like, meh, well, it's alright. I expected more, you know, because you were hyped. You were already hyped up the entire time. But then sometimes you go into a movie, you don't hear anything about it, or people are like, well, it's actually not that great. I was a little bit disappointed. You watch it and you're like, that was way better than I expected. I actually had a good time. Low expectation, everybody. That's the secret to happiness. So yeah. But yeah, either way, like in this case right now, I was trying to make like this amazing segue talking about expectations. How Muradin, for example, expected to lock in that Stormbolt and it didn't happen. Already unhappy about it, and then he dies as well, so that ruins his life even more. I guess I pulled it off. Did I pull it off? I think it was fine. I think it was okay. Alright, so off we go. Stun, 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 stun. And dead. But a Nubarak died too. Poor SYLVANAS though. SYLVANAS just sitting there hammering buttons, being like, I want to play the game! And Team Oxygen is like, nope! You're not gonna play anything today! You're not moving anymore, you're just dying. Look how high up they are now already are in experience. They locked in a Dragon Knight at the 2-minute mark, burned the wall down, they got 3 kills in total, we got them ahead in XP by an entire level. Ooh, yeah, that arrow is not hitting anything. But they might still be able to go for the camp here, especially with the Haka moving in. Yeah, good Ancestral, nicely done! And another stun combo against Muradin. And he is dead. Nice. Sweet. Okay, so with that, they get another structure, and this time it's one of the main ones. Yeah, having level 10 obviously is pretty good when your opponent doesn't have it. Second Dragon Knight as well, so we had 6-minute mark. Sometimes we don't even get a Dragon Knight by that time, and now we are already at 2. Should be able to take another fort down here. Well, once you're at level 10 and you see your opponent goes for a cam, just YOLO in and hit Arrrr, and then see if you can get a kill or two. They were able to lock Muradin down, they got the Siege Giants, helped them to get the bottom fort, and now they can move straight up to the top and try to put that one down as well. Alright. Yeah, but now both have level 10. There's a Shockwave. So, red team can fight back now. Dragon Knight is all alone in the middle of the map, by the way. But yes, there we go. All of a sudden, Menaldor has a Shockwave and uses it to take down the Cockroach. And Nuburak is dead. Genji going for the Dragon Blade. But now he has to deal with the real dragon in the middle with a massive battle axe. Is that really Dragon's weapon, by the way? Battle axe? See a lot of dwarfs running around with that and Suljin. What other weapon could be used for a dragon? Not anymore. Hammer would be a little bit boring. I think the axe is fine. Sword is a little bit weird. Oh, careful. There's another one. Anduin is dead. Ancestral. And they're going for the chase again. Yep. The Nick Carter of the Nexus has fallen. And here we go. Quick move for the... They're stealing everything. I mean, they have taken down 2 of the forts. They again look at another talent advantage that they're locking in just another couple of seconds. It's 5 kills to 2 now. And every single time they get a kill, they do exactly what they're supposed to do. They're looking at the map and they're saying like, hey, what can we do with the advantage that we have? And in this case, they were already close to the mercenary camps. They just said, okay, let's go. Lock that in. And then come straight towards the top fort and try to take that one too. So, that's another fort destroyed. And there, it's a trap. And lick. And Anduin ruins it again. I'm telling you, like, everybody that has a stun hates Anduin. They fucking hate him. And Nuburak might get out of this. That's actually amazing. Benny. Bad Benny turns into good Benny. Yeah, he actually got away from this one. Hazu is also getting out. Nobody died there. Look at that. First it seemed like Muradin might fall, and now they're pulling that off. Drak here in the tank position, by the way. It's kind of wild that they're switching the roles a little bit. I talked about this during the draft, and I expected them to switch roles, but I haven't really talked about them not doing it. So Johan is now the one playing Genji. He's been playing main tank for the team the entire time. So all of a sudden, Drak here is going straight up for Muradin at the front. What's the damage at this point? Genji with 18,000, so good for Johan. 19,000 for Hanzo. And the Shimada brothers here. Must run in the family. Okay. Earn his power and destroy your enemy. Earn his power and destroy your enemy. Doesn't even have a voice line anymore, bitch. What do you want? Yeah, fight for the cam. Come on, Dehaka. Yes, they take it. They take the cam and they take Muradin's life. It would be so funny if there would be a few more hero interactions. Can you imagine when, for example, Muradin plays against Blaze and Blaze comes in with the oil spill and puts it on fire, and all of a sudden Muradin's beard takes fire? That would be fucking funny. Oh, poor SYLVANAS. KERRIGAN comes in and murders her. Nick just looked at this like, ooh, free experience, nice. But they're losing Yasuo down here. Yeah, Johan. Natural born Genji player apparently. Zips in, zips out, gets the kill and is still alive. For a second it looked like Nick was aiming to use Anduin as a stepping stone to get a Genji. Now there's the Stormbolt. Yeah, that missed. And they take Genji down. That didn't work out. Nick is going 1v3, boys. Nick is going 1v3. Even Mirrodin is trying to help out, and that's not helping either. He's gonna head, and they're moving in for Anduin 2. Goodbye, my friend. Easy kill. All of the forts are gone. Top one, top keep wall gets destroyed. Same is happening in the middle. They're already at the bottom. Oxygen Esports, formerly the Hardos, they are the favorites here, and they are showing it clearly. I mean, no doubt. They're coming in, and they're absolutely kicking ass. Now they are 3 levels ahead, they're 8 kills ahead. Got the level 16. Epic Enter is taken, and allows Anubarak to now epically enter the opponent's backline and wreak even more havoc over there. And we have 33,000 damage now for Hanzo. Hanzo's having a good time there. He's just sitting in the back, YOLOing out a couple of arrows, doing a bit of damage, and is having fun. So they took the keep at the bot lane already. The one in the middle is low. If they really wanted to, they could definitely siege up here as well and take it. It's a bit more of a risk, obviously, than if you just take all the camps on the map, but there's not much left. There's only the camp at the bot lane. They don't have that much poke, that's the problem. There's not really a whole lot of structural poke that they are running here. It's not like they're having a couple of mages around that could easily do that. So the only one that can really deal some damage is Hanzo at this point. And they're already attempting to utilize him for that. But they got some beetles. They got some beetles and they got Benny, and they still have plenty of mana, so no problems. As you can see, this thing is slowly but steadily being taken down. One hit at a time. That's all they need, because it's half a level until level 16. So, yeah. There's the counter engage. Bit of a desperate move. And there's the arrow. And the stun. The kill. Genji, Hoga, and Mirrodin. It's a quad kill, everybody. And they are gonna go for core. Nicely done. The attack backfires, and now they can go for the core here. Really nicely done by Oxygen Esports, and of course a well-deserved victory now on map number 1 of this best of 2 series as they take the core down on Dragonshire. GG, well played. The blue team in the lead in the best of 2.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Battlefield of Eternity, map number 2. The Hardos, Team Oxygen, coming in with some big plays on map number 1, and it really felt like the three-legged cats. They had no chance. Absolutely no chance there. So they got completely murdered. But maybe with a different draft on Battlefield, I mean, it's a very different map from Dragonshire, obviously. There's not that many rotations going on here. You have a 2-lane map with a lot of fighting happening in the middle whenever the objective is up. So there's that. Maybe they have a better shot here. But it's going to be tricky no matter what. The interesting part here is also that lately we've seen Nick play Sergeant Hammer again. And that is a choice they could make on this map as well. So if you are the Cats, you are probably aware that they played on the 3rd playday Hammer. But you don't really know, do we ban it, do we not ban it? But this is a map where the Hardos in the past have played Sergeant Hammer. So that can still be happening here. But yeah, either way. So we got LÚCIO banned, Anubarak is also out, Hanzo, some of the immortal damage is removed. And, well, there's the Liming ban. So they're targeting immortal damage heroes really quickly from the get-go. Really pretty quick into Blaze. Now, Lunara is still up. Could go into Greymane. Just to name 2. There's also Chromie still in the back of my head a little bit. I think as a response to Hammer, she could definitely be picked again. Didn't work the last time that they tried it. Or the team tried it against the Hardos, but it's always an option. And of course, Sylvanas always kind of nice there. I just noticed for the first time that both Sylvanas and Urel are blue in the face. I mean, Urel is the space goat. Why does that make Sylvanas the space zombie? Like, what is Sylvanas actually? Are they somehow related? Is that a thing? Is that the untold story that we don't know here? Is this another piece of Blizzard lore that Blizzard doesn't want us to know about? That Sylvanas and Urel are related? I mean, with that color... Kinda had to be, right? Seems like Sylvanas is the evil sister or something. Never really noticed that before. But yeah, there's Lunara. So Lunara is actually in. That was to be expected. And we got Anduin too. Garrosh gets banned. It's actually kind of funny to me that they are banning Garrosh now. I want to see if Draco plays the main tank again, because normally it's Johan that plays the main tank for the red team, and one of his best tanks is Garrosh. And now that Draco seems to be playing that role, they took that away. And that's a red flag right there. Banning out Chromie, I mean, Chromie is annoying no matter what, but if you do that, then Nick could go for Sergeant Hammer again. Okay. That's gonna be interesting. Blaze, yeah, Blaze and yeah, they can definitely go Hammer if they want to. They already have Anduin to pull them out if there's a problem. And of course they know that too, so we get Draco and Murden again. Malfurion gets played by Captain Rex, but they know that Hammer's gonna be picked now. Nick is gonna go for it. It's Hammer time, guys. It's Hammer time. Yep, there's the Sergeant. And Benny, what do we need in regards to tanks? What's still up? Murden has been chosen. Dibbles is up. Johanna is up. Tyrael is up. I mean, take your pick here, seriously. Yeah, they go for Tyrael's Sanctification and Shields now in. And here comes the final pick. Johanna is now to pick. Johanna needs to now pick a damage dealer, can somehow deal with Sergeant Hammer, or at least get close and threaten it. But yeah, good luck with that. Like, what are you gonna take at this point? Seriously, is it just gonna be another Genji pick? Try and jump in, poke him out slightly. So Nick played Hammer twice on the third playday. Now we're getting again. Junkrat, fair point. Junkrat is still up, has displacement, so they're trying that. But yeah, that leads us into Battlefield of Eternity, map number 2 of the series. Team Oxygen, the Hardos. They're trying to lock in the 2-0 so that they get 3 points. Let's find out on map number 2 if they can pull it off. Prepare yourselves for battle between Oxygen Esports and the Cats. On the left side, Bad Benny with Tyrael. We got Hazu on Lunara, Nick on Hammer. Galnagulnar is playing Blaze. Now I'm actually all of a sudden confused. Is it Galnagulnar or Copenhagen? It's Galnagulnar, right? Yeah. And Yazu is playing Anduin. On the right side of the map, Draco and Murden. Second time in a row, we got Hereth and Sylvanas, Medaldor and Urel. Johan has switched into the damage role, so they swapped roles a bit. And in this case, we are getting him with Junkrat and Captain Rex on Malfurion. Okay, ambush for Hammer on level 1. And with that, off we go. So, once that we saw the Chromie ban, it was pretty obvious that Hammer would be taken, but get wrecked. That's exactly how I needed to start this up. Niggas just sitting there like, yeah, that was maybe a bit too aggressive. Okay, so that was pretty sexy. I mean, that is as good as it gets. Hammer is one of those annoying heroes that everybody hates playing against. And if you can start the game up with a quick kill against her, it doesn't get much better than that. They got the displacement now on 2 sides, so nicely done by the Cats. Good for them. And let's go. Benny is starting to move in. Tyrael, of course, his job is going to be to protect Hammer later on. And Nick is now sitting... Nick is starting to sit a little bit farther back now. He still wants to go for the aggression, and once he has level 7, he's of course going to do that. He has his own unique Hammer build these days, but I very much so looking forward to what happens after level 7, because for now, he's just trying to anchor these players a bit and make it harder for the red team to invade a camp. And everybody that steps up onto that play... They stole it though. That kind of feels bad. Sylvanas just moved in and stole it away. Nice. Well done. And Nick eats the Storm Bolt regardless. I really like that the cats are coming out swinging and are just being aggressive here. They're not sitting back, they're not, you know, looking at this game and being like, oh my god, what can we do? So yeah, zero respect from them. They just engage into these fights, hammer or no hammer, they don't give a shit. They get the quick kill against Nick at the top, then they steal the camp away. And that puts them in a really nice spot at the bot lane to get some structural damage dished out, and yeah, that's what they're doing here. So I like it. Good job. Nicely done. So here's our level 4 for them. The Hand of Freedom! And the Boom Pow. Plus possession. And it seems like Nick is gonna die again. But, fucking Anduin, every time! That little shit just ruins every play. Oh, I was just about to say, nicely done with the body blocks. They trapped him in the corner, and then Anduin just, yeah, takes him down. Easy hits there. That is a little bit of a frustrating experience for them, for sure. So, I feel a bit bad for them. But yeah, either way, now that we're looking at the first Immortal, both of the teams have again taken the camp. And that's where Hammer is most likely going to get a bit of early value. Nick, by the way, here with a level 4, the Regenerative Biosteel. We talked about this on the 3rd playday as his talent, so yeah. Okay, they're going for Blaze in this case. Oh, it's a little bit of a protection racket down here. They're just going for the defense. And Nick still on Hammer and gets boomed away. What kind of a cheap-ass tank is this, by the way? That a single mine can just, like, jump you around like this. I mean, think about that for just a second. What is this thing made of? Papier-mâché or something like that? Like, I don't know. Nick just gets bounced around here. And Yasuo, yeah, Anduin is being caught on the wrong side of that gate. So that's a 2nd kill all of a sudden for the cats. They're looking good. They're looking good here. But yeah, it's a little bit of a wild one. Hammer just gets bounced around like a ping pong ball. Junkrat was a good choice. It was definitely a good choice. So the blue team has lost 50% of their Immortal very, very quickly. And the top still has to be defended. Now the late game, of course, with Sarge and Hammer is always where you're normally getting a bit better. But we'll still see what they can do right now. At this point, we have Hazu and his boys trying to stop the bleeding a little bit. Limit the damage, but they are losing objective number 1. So the first Immortal is claimed by the cats, and they are looking for a kill. That's what Stormbolt they needed. Yeah, can't get it here. So now at level 7, we get the bog down. A bit of a slow, and they might just get a follow-up here. Yeah. Blaze in trouble for a second. But down to the bottom of the map, Lunara and Sergeant Hammer are already just waiting for the Immortal. And Johan is the only one here. And he just does the exact same thing time and time again. Displacement, displacement, displacement. Just booping everything from left, right to center. The rest of the team is at the top, so they're going for the 2-pronged attack here. They have Sylvanas, so why wouldn't they? They can attack at 2 fronts. Junkrat is sometimes such a silly hero. Very funny, but also quite silly at times. So either way, at the top, they got half of the 4 destroyed, and the same also, more than half, and the same is happening down at the bottom of the map too. So I would call that a very successful first objective push. They couldn't destroy a fort, but both of them are very, very low. And now there's another attack straight up for Nick. I mean, again, getting kills will probably have to evolve either Muradin or Yrel. And talking about Muradin, Dracula's in trouble here. And I don't think he's gonna make it. Nope. Candy King Muradin is getting his candy ass kicked. And, well, they get Benny in. Does he have the cooldown to jump out? Yes, more or less. Anduin had to help a little bit. But that worked. And Maynaldor at the top with Yrel is still doing his thing. Alrighty, so Maynaldor is doing his stuff. Copenhagen is now back up top side with his Blaze. Down to the bottom of the map, the camp is about to be claimed. I mean, it's a back and forth, so we don't really have a big advantage for either one of the teams. There's obvious, well, there's the structural advantage for the cats. That's definitely the thing. So top side fort has been destroyed, bottom fort is very low. But when we're talking about kills, when we're talking about camps and experience, there's nothing where a team has been able to just severely pull ahead. But of course, with level 7 abilities, Hammer with a Hover Siege mode is now going to have more of an impact here. So that's definitely a thing. And with level 10, if yesterday's games were any indication, we're going to get napalm again. But, well, there it is. A quick attack against Drak here. Level 10 is nearly ready, and the Immortal is now spawning, so a slight advantage for the cats. It's a tiny advantage, but I mean, it's there. So maybe they can do something with it and force a fight with level 10. Don't have a lot that could help them there, at least not yet. Muradin is hiding his talent for a second. Don't tell me we're getting Haymaker here. No. Yeah, it's Avatar. No Haymaker for him. But now that we have level 10 on both sides, is it Napalm? Yes or no? Thornwood Vines. And there's the Napalm. Yep. Also Sanctification, of course. As you would expect with the Protect the Hammer composition. Yeah, but now at the bottom of the map, Sylvanas was pushing again. They're always going for these counter push plays. Hirath here, not only the Skinnergy as well. Look at the tint. So making sure that the colors are completely combined here properly. Has the money pick in the house. And down on the bottom of the map, they would try for another storm, but they connected actually against play. So a little bit of extra damage from Sylvanas. Everybody is still poking slowly against the Immortal whenever they get the chance here. And Nick, of course, needs to deal with the grenades, but at the same time he gets the shots connected, and he still has the napalm, and he's actually doing work now. So yeah, Nick is in a much better position. We've seen a couple of auto attacks every now and then against Urel to keep her at bay too. Only thing that she can do is jump in and try and pushing back, but they take the halftime show. So they win the 50%. A quick play over here. I don't really know if they can burn it down quicker. That should be a victory for the blue team. There's nobody on the red team that is able to match the damage output that we're seeing from Lunara and from Sergeant Hammer here, together with also Blaze and everybody else. So that's the first Immortal for Oxygen Esports, aka the Hardos. We got Hammer with 21,000 damage, already top damage in the game, and Nick is immediately starting to get some damage in again. This is really a cheap-ass tank. Like, weight should be a thing here. Weight should play a role there. It's hard to bump stitches around, you know. Sergeant Hammer as well. Should be able to do it to Tychus either when he's an Odin, for example. Or Diva, for that matter. All those mechs, they are heavy. Yeah, light bomb engage, and that's a kill, isn't it? No! They're saving Sylvanas for now, and thankfully for her, she was able to get out. Benny had to even drop Sanctification, was really trying to make that play. So they take the fort, but now they're rotating to the bottom of the map in an attempt to damage the second one too. And maybe even catch somebody on the rotation. That hasn't worked so far yet. Nick should be able to get away here. Grenades everywhere. Yep. And can they get a bit more? They are looking for the kill, and there it is. The dirty little trickster is down. Bye-bye, Junkrat. And in the meantime, the blue team is inching closer and closer to level 13 talents. If they get the talent lead here, they should be able to make another play. Anduin has his light bomb nearly back up too. And Sergeant Hammer, just like one shot after another. It's hammer time! Hammer is just so weird. Disappears for months. And then comes back to dominate a little bit more. But now with 13, initially introduced into competitive play in Heroes of the Storm by Rich, of course, during the HGC times. On Volskaya Foundry, by the way. Hyper-cooling engines are in. And Junkrat is apparently still having a good time here and having quite the laugh. I'm not quite sure if that's warranted or not. Anduin saving the hammer once more. And here comes another... Oh, light bomb! He gets only one connect, though. But that might just be enough. They're going for Drak here. Where's that bunker when you need it? On cooldown, that's where. And in the meantime, the Sanctification is still allowing them to push us a bit deeper. So yeah, mad battle at the bot lane with everybody using ult, but nobody dying. The entire red team is low though, and the Immortal is now spawning in another 17. Nick has to get out, but he should have pretty good damage now. 44,000, oh yeah, he is heavily pulling ahead. And that is of course going to be made worse once he has level 16. The good news for the cats is that they are still on eye level in structures, experience and kills. So that's nice. But yeah, let's see what we're gonna get here. Okay. Off we go. And that's gonna be... I mean, if this continues, like, they might actually get the Immortal here, or at least the halftime show. Good for the for the red team. A lot more damage here from them than I expected. But they're also having Menaldor a bit too far out, and that results in Urel being eliminated. Yeah, they couldn't pop the ult here. And now even the attempt to go for JUNKRAT, who was actually hit by the Inner Light. Now, what is the shit called? Light Bomb. Exactly, that's what I was looking for. Inner Light. I was like, wait a second, something's wrong here. Something is very, very wrong. That's not called Inner Light. Nah, that's something else. So yeah, Light Bomb actually connected with him as he was pooped back out. So yeah, good for him. But yeah, either way, they're trying to make another kill happen, and they're going for Drug here. There's a Sanctification too, so Benny is helping them to push this even further. It's a little bit sad for the Cats because they pulled ahead on the objective, but often, of course, they are heavily losing this. SYLVANAS YOLO'd the arrow out, and that didn't get a lot of value either, but they might get the kill on Bad Benny. Yep, and they do. So Tyrael is dead, still trying to zone this a bit, and does some extra damage onto the Immortal. Nick is doing the same thing. Jonas is trying to push him away here, but let's be honest. Given the fact that we still have more than 50% HP on the blue team's Immortal, the chances of the Cats to win the objective are rather low. Now, if they follow up with a few more kills, they can still pull that off, but then there's always Anduin who ruins the plays. Anduin, I don't understand that teams don't ban him more. Anduin is so annoying. So they are trying to burn this down, but that opens also the bottom Immortal up for some ready action. Can they win this one? I don't really think so. Yeah, this is insanely close. Tyrael alone could finish this now. It's 38 HP. I mean, you need one hit and the thing's gone. So there's Immortal number 2 for Team Oxygen. And the funny part is that they're actually a little bit behind in experience. Just slightly. But not by too much. But yeah, okay, so with that, we now have another big jump down to the bottom of the map for Hammer, and that's a kill. Hammer is down. It reminded me very much so of what we saw at the beginning of the game when Hammer got absolutely destroyed at the top. So they once more collapsed fully onto Nick and got an easy kill, and now they're looking for Lunara kill too. The Sanctification prevents it. Yeah, but the Immortal is still at least taking the fort down. So they are pulling ahead in structures. They also have now a situation going where both teams are hitting level 16 soon, TM. And yes, one tower down. But they're going for the camps. It's a much, much closer game than what we had in, on the first map. I gotta say, I mean, this is way closer. We have now, again, mechanical know-how, so we're not getting the giant killer. Same thing happened on the third playday when Nick played Sergeant Hammer. But the double pull for Anduin is now also available, and that's, of course, an absolute epic power spike for the Crybaby. Yeah, Anduin is just so much more annoying at this point. This is really, really close. It always feels, I mean, it feels the entire time that Oxygen Esports is the one in the driver's seat, but I gotta give it to the Cats. They are ahead in experience, just a little bit, but they are. They are ahead in kills by 1, and they're not looking too bad on structures either. So if they can just somehow get another quick kill on Hammer, and then maybe this time follow up on it, and extend that lead, then they have a chance to win this map. But the pressure is always on, as the blue team is just not letting up on it. And dealing with Hammer, it's just no fun whatsoever. You always gotta look for position. When you commit, you gotta fully do it. And if you don't pay attention, then your opponent is very quickly poking you down. And that's what they're doing at the bottom keep wall. So this one is destroyed. The Immortal is popping up again. Up towards the top lane, we still have a camp and also catapults starting to push for another keep wall. And one tower is already down. So that's another problem. Eventually, they have to deal with that too. And Nick is making their life a living hell here. One attack after another, pushing Muradin back, not even allowing him to get close. And the Immortals are up, and immediately the Napalm is being put to some good use. And they're getting the first few hit points removed right there. Okay, but either way, top lane is still pushing, that catapult is still alive, the camps are still there, another minion wave is moving in, and the red team can't deal with it. So instead they're now sitting down here at the bottom. Oh, yes, again for Nick. But, oh, Hireth, I'm not so sure if that was the right play, Sylvanas. Sylvanas committing Sudoku went a bit too aggressive. I'm not quite sure if that was just fat fingering the key by accident or if that was intended. Maybe they called a collapse on Hammer and then everybody pulled back out and Sylvanas was like, boys, I'm already committed. Whatever it was, it led to their downfall on the objective. Now Urella has all the time in the world to deal with the top lane, and she has to, of course, too, since the entire wall is down and the keep is taking damage. But the halftime show is over. That's an easy win for Team Oxygen on the Immortal. They should get the entire thing super quickly. Without Sylvanas, I mean, there's just no way that the Cats are taking that fight. So yeah, that's just not happening. Easy kill. They're gonna get the Immortal, and it's a big shield. 22,000 hit points. Yeah, you can do a whole lot of shenanigans with that. So, bot lane, that's where the attack is headed. And unless one of the heroes gets blown up now, this could very well be even the end of the game. There's no talent advantage, so it's all about kills, more so than anything else. But the keep is definitely gonna fall. The only question is, can you save your core? That's really the only question at this point. I mean, they're already poking. Nick is using the napalm to slowly get it down. Yeah, gets caught in the corner here, but nobody is able to pin him to the wall and take him down. So now that they are going for the keep, even the light bomb connect with 3 heroes, by the way. Beautiful. Wasn't really too much follow-up, but Captain Rex was forced into his ult, so Tranquility is already out. They're trying to stop that Immortal. Good luck with that. Yeah, it's the end of the keep. This one's gone. Their core is going to lose hit points. The question is just how many. Can they somehow save this? Do they somehow have a chance to make that play? Yeah, and it doesn't look good. Not at all. Well, so I thought when the blue team decided that they're just actually piecing out and allowing them to defend this. I really thought they would just piss them off with Hammer from the back for as long as they can. Better safe than sorry play here from Hazu and the boys. I mean, to be fair, this is a best of 2. Every map matters. That's the beauty of having best of 2s compared to a best of 3 or best of 5 system. So every single map matters a lot. Therefore, yeah, they didn't want to end up in a situation where they can't take the core down, have problems disengaging. I'm not sure if maybe somebody was also a bit low on mana, because it really seemed that all of the cooldowns were ready. And with Sanctification, you could always fall back there. But around level 20, of course, they get some really nice spikes too. They have now continuous pressure through the bot lane. The problem for the Cats is that this fort was never taken out, so they have 0 catapults spawning on their end. At least at the bottom of the map. And that puts enormous pressure onto the bot lane. I mean, enormous pressure. So, yeah. But then again, they take the camp now. It gives them a little bit more freedom. Up towards the top, we have, at the same time, Blaze doing his thing. And the objective is now up 2, but both of the teams are going to have level 20. So if you're already making that play, then you need to try and buy some time. Time is working in favor of Team Oxygen. They are the ones that can just delay things and then let the minions, let the Winions do their thing. So right now, we got the Seal of Eldruin. Red team, they need to be aggressive, and they know it too. We got the Forest's Wrath in. And also over here, Fortified Bunker. And there's the Inner Fire! Level 20! I knew it. You see, I told you. Okay, so 20 versus 20. Yeah, and bot lane, that's the big problem. And now we have also the Shaman camp. So they timed the Shaman camp. They have catapults at the bot lane. If they can just delay the fight here in the middle and always start pushing whenever they see a hero on the minimap defending the bottom, as we are now seeing from Johan, then they got a good shot at getting catapults towards the core and really winning this here. So already the Rip Tire is out. Now we get the upgrade on 20 for him. The extra oomph. And here we go. Where's Lunara with the damage, by the way? She is at 62,000. Not quite on Hammer level. 86,000 for the Sergeant. Another catapult coming in. How many do we actually have? 1 catapult. Yeah, Johan is moving back in. 2 catapults are moving in. And as soon as Junkrat is there, they need to make a move for it. Next problem is, of course, up at the top, because here we have a double minion wave and a catapult now also moving in. And Hireth nearly died. So Sylvanas is low, and the Cats are running out of time. They need to make some moves here. Their top keep is in trouble. Bot lane is continuously being pushed. Junkrat is doing a decent job rotating down time and time again in order to make sure that they're not ending up with catapults destroying their core. But the top keep is now losing hit points, and we're 22 minutes into the game, so these catapults are hurting, and they're hurting a lot. And on top of that, the blue team has now also taken the halftime show. So they need to go for a bit of a Hail Mary move and really just try and get a kill, exactly the way that they're doing here. But Anduin, he has other plans, and he saves Blaze. They need to be aggressive. This is a lost game if they're not being able to get some kills in. And they know it as well, but Hazu is poking them down. Hammer does the same, nearly 100,000 damage. And as you can see over here, once that catapult locks in on the keep, this thing is gone. They're all moved back towards the fountain. But, yep, that allows the Hardos, Team Oxygen, to get more damage in against the Immortal. And there's still nobody dying. It's 4 kills to 4. We have a 23-minute game and we have only seen 8 kills. Completely different from what happened on the first map. The Cats are playing a great game, but is it enough? It doesn't look like it. The top keep is now falling. The top keep is being destroyed by the catapult here. Or should be. Is it? Yes! The final shot takes the keep down. That means both lanes are now pushing for core. And they're still fighting over this Immortal. Slowly and steadily. This is the second ult from Malfurion that we're seeing here. He's running out of mana, by the way. There's pretty much no mana left at this point. Yeah, once again. That's the play for Drug here. Avatar's out. Sylvanas bolts out of the fight. Menador is low. Has his ult up. Didn't use it yet. They're all low. They have nothing on Malfurion and they gotta retreat, which means the Immortal is claimed by Oxygen Esports. Yeah, this is tough. If Junkrat is dead, they're already falling apart here. Once the Immortal is taken, there's no doubt anymore who's going to win this second map. That's exactly what's happening here. Yeah. Off we go. Immortal claimed with 37,000 hit points. And unless they somehow lose hero, unless they throw massively, this should be the end of it. And the only chance that the red team, of course, has is force a team fight very, very early, like now, and try and wipe them, and then defend the Immortal. And you all can, of course, yeah, guess how likely that's gonna be. Not very much. So yeah, here we have it. They're starting to make their play. And the kill against Urel. Immediately. Urel is down. Nicely done. And at the same time, they can now finish what they started. It's a 5 versus 3. Junkrat will be back soon, but the Immortal alone is going to murder the core now. There's absolutely no way they can defeat it in time. That thing hits like a fucking truck at this point. Massive damage with every single hit. 10% gone with each hit of the Immortal. Everybody's dead and dying. And the Immortal is dropping it. That's game, everybody. 3 points for Oxygen Esports as they lock in a 2-0 victory against the 3-legged Cats here on Battlefield of Eternity.